everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and I will be right back with some fiber information, progress on one whip, and some happy mail. I'll see you in a sec. Natalie's Closet. Okay, so welcome back everyone. As I said, this is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and today, as promised, I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the fiber information I was not able to get to on Monday, as well as show you progress on one whip and some happy mail. So first things first, I wanted to let you know that over the next couple of probably months, you may see slight changes to some things. I'm going to be testing out a couple things here and there between thumbnails, titles, descriptions, some content based on either requests I've had, whether it's privately or in comments, or so there's just going to be possibly a couple of different things, and not necessarily different, but just I guess a little bit different than what you could probably consider the norm. But don't freak out. It's just me testing some things out to see how they do and what you guys think, etc. So I did want to put that out there just to let you know. And I'm excited about it. And like I said, it's just me testing some stuff out. And I'm hoping to have a few affiliate links available to you shortly. I'm still waiting to hear on a couple, and there are a couple that I'm still needing to sign up for, but I think it's something that you guys, I'm guessing it'll be something you guys will enjoy. I don't know, we'll see. But let's start with the fiber information. I have two for sure that I'm going to go over, possibly another one. The third one is one that probably most haven't heard of, but it is something that two people specifically mentioned when I first started doing the fiber information. So it is one of the things, and then I'll probably start getting into the merinos and the BFL and that type of thing in the next couple of weeks. But the first one I wanted to go over is bamboo. Now, some of this may be a little technical, but I personally found it fascinating to find out more information about it, like where does it come from, or that type of thing. So if it is too technical, let me know, and I won't include that kind of stuff. But you guys have been very receptive to everything I have shared with you, and you found everything I have shared with you fascinating. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this. But the first one is bamboo. Bamboo fiber is made from bamboo timber that is at least 4 years old. Now, remember, I made these notes kind of small. I do have my glasses, so it should not be a problem, but I hope I can read most of my handwriting. When new shoots reach their full height, they are marked with a year code to ensure they are harvested at the correct maturity. I just found that interesting because it's somebody's job to go and do this, and I just thought it was kind of cool. But after harvesting, the shoots are taken to the mill, crushed and submersed in a strong solution of sodium hydroxide to dissolve the bamboo cellulose. Then carbon disulfide is added to regenerate the fibers, which are then removed, washed, and bleached. The fibers, which are very long and staple and finer than other fibers, are then spun into yarn like any other fiber. I don't know why, and maybe I'm just a nerd or something, but that was fascinating to me. Knowing where what we use comes from is something that I've been really getting fascinated in. So I started this to share with you guys, but it's something I'm really getting fascinated in. So anyway, the longer staple and higher strength makes it a tough yet soft yarn. It's not as susceptible to wearing and fraying as many other natural yarns, giving the garment excellent durability and longevity. The hollowness of the fiber creates a very high level of absorbency, allowing it to hold dyes and pigments more readily and permanently. Now, this was something else I found. Bamboo yarns can lose some of its strength when it's wet, as it swells considerably in water. In most cases, bamboo fabric may need to be hand washed, so it may not be ideal for items that need to be washed frequently, but I have noticed, I can't remember which bamboo yarn it is that I have, but it did say hand wash. I did have one, but it wasn't all bamboo. It was combined with something else that it was okay to machine wash and dry. But I found it interesting that it tends to swell considerably in water. So yeah. Anyway, bamboo yarns, by the strictest definition, are not natural since the bamboo is chemically processed in order to turn it into yarn. The process is actually similar to the process of making soap, where strong solutions of sodium hydroxide are used to change fat into soap. The other chemical used is the carbon disulfide, an organic solvent that evaporates very quickly. But in large concentrations, it is toxic. It is a toxin, sorry. Because it evaporates so quickly, it does remain in the fibers. It also breaks down once released in a few days to similar carbon and sulfur compounds, which are all around us in daily life. We include bamboo yarn in our list of natural choices because although it's processed, the end product is very clean, non-toxic, and actually very eco-friendly and biodegradable. Unlike synthetic yarns or fabrics, bamboo fibers will decompose in soil in a short amount of time. So I did find that interesting because I know there are a lot of people that do like using either biodegradable yarns or environmentally friendly yarns. And although this is technically natural, it's not because of how it's processed, but the way it's processed is still is a very biodegradable and eco-friendly yarn. Pure bamboo is softer than cotton and has a texture similar to a combination of cashmere and silk. I will say that I think it's the bamboo that I have from Hobium, I think, is so soft. Any bamboo any 100% bamboo yarn that I've ever had is very, very soft. That's one of the things I love about it. Now, depending on how it's plied, I have had issues with it splitting, so I don't, and again, it depends on how it's plied, and there are obviously multiple reasons for that, but if it is a splittable one, I would probably say as a new person, it wouldn't necessarily be the most ideal yarn to work with, but if you are an experienced crocheter or knitter, it wouldn't necessarily be, I don't think, that big of a problem. Its moisture absorbency is double that of cotton, which means it will evaporate human sweat very quickly, making people feel extremely cool and comfortable, even in summer. Additionally, it releases dirt and stains much more easily than cotton. That I found interesting. So it's cooler and, releases dirt easier than cotton. That's awesome. Plus, bamboo fibers contain natural antibacterial agents. The Japanese scientists that discovered this agent named it bamboo kun, K-U-N. The natural antibacterial property helps keep bamboo garments from picking up odors that result from bacterial action. Because bamboo materials inhibit bacteria growth mixed with sweat is what causes bodily odor on clothing. So it actually inhibits that, so it wouldn't necessarily carry the odor with your sweat. Does that make sense? I don't know if I just made sense with that, but I think that was pretty cool because I know that's something that can be an issue for some people, and bamboo really can help with that. Also, another useful property of pure bamboo fiber is its elasticity of almost 20%, providing a natural replacement for the rubberized or synthetic stretching additives in modern yarns. Anti-ultraviolet, this was something I found interesting. The anti-ultraviolet nature of bamboo has made it suitable for summer clothing, especially for the protection of pregnant ladies and children from the effect of ultraviolet radiation. Now, it's not necessarily only for pregnant women and children, but it does help protect anybody that's out in the sun. But those pregnant women and children are, obviously there are other people that are more susceptible to ultraviolet radiation, but I found that really fascinating that it actually helps. It's like a barrier between the ultraviolet rays and your body. So that's kind of cool, I think. So that's it on the bamboo, but I really was interested in getting the bamboo information because I love bamboo, and having that information only makes me like bamboo even more. But if you haven't worked with bamboo, even if it's a matter of you going and finding or seeing if you can find bamboo either in a local yarn shop, I can't say for sure that I've seen it at big box stores, but if you do ever come across it, definitely feel it. And I mean, I personally think it's amazingly soft. Any bamboo that I've tried, I felt at least the 100% bamboo. And then the next thing is viscose. I love viscose. This right here, oh, you can't see because the spider's in the way. This yarn right there, there's 4 hanks of it. That is 100% viscose made from sugarcane. And it is very soft and it's got a nice sheen to it. I love it. And that's the yarn that I bought to make a top for myself because I sweat and want something light and airy here, especially, or not necessarily maybe airy, but light here in Florida where it's warm almost all year long. But you may know viscose better as rayon, which is a commonly used term for viscose in the United States. But viscose is a type of rayon. It's originally known as artificial silk in the late 19th century. The term rayon came into effect in 1924. The name viscose derived from the way this fiber is manufactured, a viscous organic liquid used to make both rayon and cellophane. Yeah, I know. What does that mean? Viscose is the generalized term for a regenerated manufactured fiber made from cellulose obtained by the viscose process. Again, a lot of this is kind of technical, so I'm going to skim over my own notes to see if there's anything I should not include or that maybe I found it all fascinating. That's why I went ahead and I wrote it down, but I also don't want this video to be 8,000 hours long. As a manufactured regenerated cellulose fiber, it is neither truly natural like cotton, wool, or silk, nor truly synthetic like nylon or polyester. It falls somewhere in between. Viscose is a low-cost fabric, which is popular thanks to its many different qualities. It can be found in cotton end uses as well as very luxurious velvets and taffetas. Viscose can also be found in feminine hygiene products. I know, I said it. As well as tire cords. Yeah. Anyway, chemically, viscose resembles cotton, but it can also take on many different qualities depending on how it's manufactured. So what is the fiber of many faces? To really understand what viscose is, you need to understand how it's made. I found this fascinating, but if a fiber is manufactured and is made from cellulose or protein, cellulose is a carbohydrate and the chief component in the walls of plants. There is a difference between synthetic and manufactured fibers, which makes a difference in their sustainability. Viscose is made from wood pulp, making it a cellulosic fiber like cotton or linen. It is often regarded as only partially man-made. Manufactured fibers derive from naturally occurring cellulose or protein, while synthetic fibers do not. They are completely man-made. So if they come from a natural source, then why don't they fall under the natural fiber category, you may ask? Because they require extensive processing to get to the finished result. Therefore, the category of manufactured fibers is often referred to as regenerated cellulose. So I found this interesting because honestly, I would have thought viscose to be natural, but because of the processing. But I did see there was a note on here asking if viscose is a sustainable fabric. Because it's made from renewable plants, it is frequently said as being environmentally friendly and sustainable. But is that actually the case? Viscose is the oldest manufactured fiber, first being produced in 1883 as a cheap alternative to silk. That I found interesting, and I can see why. Viscose production generally begins with wood pulp, and there are several chemical and manufacturing techniques to make it. This is where some controversy comes into play. To create viscose and make it stand up to regular wearing and washing, it must be chemically treated. somewhat like bamboo. The recycled wood pulp is treated with chemicals such as caustic soda, ammonia, acetone, and sulfuric acid. Therefore, you have a fabric which comes from a natural and sustainable source, but that is made with chemicals. So, I mean, as much as this is fascinating, it's also kind of like, yeah, all this stuff is in these fabrics. But anyway, because viscose is made from cellulose, there is an argument to say that it is more sustainable fiber than other synthetic fibers such as polyester. Viscose is increasingly being manufactured using the lyocell process. That uses the N-methylforpholine N-oxide as the solvent. That method produces little waste products, making it far more eco-friendly. But there are a bunch of different qualities which make it a popular fiber to work with. Thanks to its characteristics, several industries use it to create a wide range of products. Some of those are, well, it is versatile. It will blend with a lot of different fabrics, which you will see viscose mixed with different fibers. I actually have several of them, I believe, if I remember correctly. But it is breathable. It drapes well. It has a fantastic drape. Like that yarn right there, it is amazingly drapey. And with the right stitch, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. It's got excellent color retention. It's highly absorbent. It's very smooth, definitely, totally. Does not trap body heat. That's what I need. Relatively light. That's what I need. Strong and robust. That's what I need. Soft and comfortable. Yep. Inexpensive and no static buildup, which I thought was interesting. Now, those are all really positive. There are some that are not as not necessarily negative, but with washing and wearing it, it can shrink when washed. It can wrinkle easily, somewhat like linen. Deteriorates with exposure to light. But that would not necessarily just like if I made that top and I was outside, it's not going to like deteriorate, but it can start to deteriorate over time. But honestly, I don't know how many things, depending on how you wear it and how often you wash it, that could deteriorate anyway. And then the fibers can weaken when they're wet, which is something like bamboo also. Because it absorbs the water so much, it can weaken when it's wet. But that is basically really all I had on that. I'd love to know what you guys think specifically of viscose and bamboo, now knowing what it is that I just shared with you. But am I the only crazy one that finds it interesting how some of the fibers that we work with are actually created? It just, like I said, it fascinates me. Now, this third one, I'm just going to go over quickly. I'm going to try to just kind of figure out which points seem to be the most interesting, but it's, I think it's called Tussah or Tussah Silk. It's a luxury fiber, has beautiful natural shine, and it's very durable. The Tussah Silk is produced by Tussah or Tusa silkworms, and it's usually beautiful natural golden color, but it can vary to pale cream or dark rich brown. The silkworm caterpillars eat oak leaves or other leaves rich in tannin, and it's the tannin that gives the color to the silk. I thought that was kind of cool. There are a lot of things that you can make with it. Now, there was I did have somebody ask a question between Mulberry silk versus Tussah silk. Tussah silk is not as fine as Mulberry silk, but it is stronger and more durable. Tussah silk is usually a honey color, while Mulberry silk is white. You don't need to know the cross sections. I don't even know why I wrote that down. But where does Tussah silk come from? There are several species of Tussah silk moths in China, India, Japan, Africa, and North America. The moths are large and have a prominent eye marking on their wings. The caterpillars are bright green, as wide as a man's finger, and they feed on a wide range of plants. How can I use Tussah Silk? Tussah Silk tops are easier than Mulberry Silk to handle, and they're easier to spin. You may find it easier to spin silk from the fold, which is another thing that I'm going to go over with that other silk that I showed you guys. It's actually a similar process, but Tussah Silk is also good for silk paper making or silk fusion, as well as for layering into felt and needle felting. A small amount of silk added to handmade soap adds a silky feel to the soap. I really found that interesting, so I wanted to share that with you. I thought that was kind of cool. And you can use Tussah Silk in blends, and they suggest the percentages of blends, but I'm not going to necessarily get into all that. I did write it down. My hand was cramping up by the end of this. It was ridiculous. And it asked, there was a question, can I dye Tussah Silk? This person said that they found it easier to dye it after it was spun versus before spinning. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but it can also make it more difficult to spin if you do it before. So I thought that was interesting. I know there's not a ton. I wasn't able to find a ton of information on it, but I was able to piecemeal a few things. So I hope you found that interesting on bamboo, viscose, and the silk. You may not have, I don't know. I know a lot of the fibers I've gone over aren't necessarily regular fibers you guys deal with or have ever used, but I think it's good to know in the event I have a lot of it, but if you're ever gifted it or you ever get a really great deal and you decide to buy with some, you'll kind of have more information. I don't know that you'll remember it all. I know I myself have had to go over my notes again to remember certain things. But I hope you found it somewhat interesting and, that you got something from it. And like I said, I will be getting into the merino wools and the BFL. Merino wool, and then as a superwash, and then the BFL, and a couple other things. And then we'll get into comparing some of it. And I will be doing a video, I think, next week. I think I have enough individual yarns from the couple of companies that I've been dealing with. And I'll go over the yarns again, let you know what I think of them, as well as tell you about the businesses a little bit and whether or not I have a coupon code or an affiliate link for them. And then another video I'm going to be doing next week is kind of going over how I approach certain things and maybe some tips on how you can make it work for you, possibly based on my experience. But yeah, so anyway, on to progress on one whip. I now have this whip in this bag, which was for my blue shawl, which is now sitting in a temporary spot waiting for a bag to open up for it. But this I'm really excited about, and I love the way it's coming out. I love the pattern. It's by this particular pattern is Fiber Spiders, which he was doing it off of the original creator, which I don't know the name of that creator, but I got the pumpkin yarn, the pumpkin colorway from Voltram with the sparkle yarn, and I will try to pull it out of here. Right now it's still compact enough, but that is the pumpkin colorway. Oh, it is brown. In my room it looked black, but it is a brown. But it's beautiful. I love the sparkle in it. And I decided to go ahead and do the Lost Souls shawl in this one. And so far I have one skull done and up to the nose of two other skulls. So this is it so far. Here, let me put my eyes. How cute is that? I'm sorry, I'm being silly. But I love it. This is the start of the chins and the mouth and the nose of the next two skulls. So I'm loving this pattern. I know this eye got a little wonky, but I love it. I think it's awesome. Sorry guys, I just got really hot. I think this pattern is awesome. I love Fiber Spiders tutorials because he really goes into detail and he doesn't let you just kind of like sit there and wonder about anything. He's very clear on everything. So if you're interested in making a Lost Souls shawl, say that 5 times fast. I would definitely suggest his. I think, I mean, so far it's awesome. I'm only up to part 2 of the he has 4 parts, I think, to it, 4 different videos. So far I'm on the second one, but I love it, love it, love it. It's a great tutorial. Sorry, I got fuzzy in my mouth. But it's really good. And I'm sorry, my throat is very raspy today. I was losing it this morning for some reason, my voice this morning for some reason. So I'm not sure what's going on with that exactly. But anyway, so I highly suggest Fiber Spider's pattern or tutorial on the Lost Soul shawl. I'll link the description. I'll link part 1 in the description box below if you want to go and check it out. But I cannot wait to see how that turns out. Based on the pictures I've seen of other people who had purchased this particular colorway, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. And I wanted it to start with orange on the bottom and then fan out to the dark color. So that's going to be awesome. Now, Happy Mail, and then I'm going to get off here because I really don't want this video to be ridiculously long. This is from Fearless Yarns. This is how it came. I love the purple. I always spray down my packages before I get them. So, you know, I mean, actually, before I get into the car, I open the door, I take my spray, and I spray it down, and then I put it in the car. But anyway, I do not have a coupon code for this business. It is a small business on Etsy. I will put the link in the description box below if you guys want to go ahead and check them out. They are in the UK. Now, I know I have several businesses that I've dealt with in the UK that have coupon codes or not. I know for a lot of us in the United States, you may not be interested in ordering something from the UK. However, I have a lot of viewers that are in the UK or overseas, so this may be something that you may want to check into. Now, I'm not going to go all gaga about this business. I'm not saying anything negative about them. I do like I like the selection of yarns that they have. However, after the initial conversation that we had, I was wanting to add to this, and I reached out to them 3 different times, 2 different ways, and I never got a response. Nothing at all. And until I got the shipment notification, that was the only communication, and that was auto-generated by Etsy. So again, I'm not saying anything negative about them, because up until not being able to reach them, it was a great experience. But I was kind of shocked when they never responded to me. But again, I don't know, maybe they got ridiculously busy. I don't know. I don't know what the circumstances are on their end. But oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I can't squeal. I apologize. I can't squeal. But oh my gosh, I so wish I could have added a 3rd one, because what I was planning on doing when I talked to them and everything got ironed, whatever, I was going to do the crochet along with Shandy at Expression Fiber Arts, and 3 of these would have been the perfect yardage for it. I don't know if the yarn would have been too busy for the pattern. I don't know, but oh my gosh, this is, oh my gosh, it's so awesome. I'm so excited about this. I so wish I was able to reach them. That's all I gotta say. Oh my gosh. Okay, I squealed a little bit, but is this not amazing? Oh, you guys know, okay, sorry for the crinkling. You guys know I love Halloween. I love Halloween. Just the way it is. I love to decorate for Halloween. It's my favorite holiday to decorate for. Okay, I love decorating for Christmas. Don't get me wrong, but I look forward to Halloween. Just the thing. But oh my gosh, this is so amazingly awesome. It's Fearless Yarns. It says go create. Hand dyed Aberdeen, Scotland. Oh, I didn't realize they were in. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there's a stitch marker. And tea. Fearless Yarns, vibrant hand dyed yarns. I didn't realize they were in Scotland. I thought they were in the UK. Sorry about that. Yeah. But look at this cute little stitch marker. It's got a lobster claw clasp. It's a little witch on a broom. Oh my gosh, so exciting. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, amazing. All right. The tea is puka, chamomile, vanilla, and manuka honey. Interesting. Organic, a blissful dip in a pool of calm. I love it. I may try this tomorrow. I'm almost out of the green passion fruit sachets that I got from David's. They discontinued that flavor, and oh my gosh, that's my absolute, well, okay. Luscious watermelon was my absolute 100% top tea flavor of all time. But and then they got rid of the cherry lacuma, which was my other favorite, and now I have this other cherry berry punch, which is good, but not the same. But my green passion fruit, I'm like, seriously, is that not a popular flavor? You're getting rid of it, and they still have it. They still, even now, have it, the 15 sachet packs. I may have to order some more because I love it. It's my favorite, and I only have, I think, like 4 more left. But I will try this tomorrow because that sounds good. But let me, wait a minute. Okay. This is another negative. Well, not negative, but there is absolutely nothing in here about the fiber content. And you guys are, my phone is with you guys, so I can't look it up. I'm almost positive this is, I don't think this is 100% merino. It could be 100% superwash merino. But there's absolutely no content info. There's no tag. There's no colorway. I think the colorway was Hocus Pocus. Maybe not. I don't know. But is this not amazing? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love this purple. And it's got a little bit of hot pink. And this lime green. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I like the more orange in this one. Look at that with the black and the green and the purple. Okay, this one is my favorite. Oopsie. This one just came undone. All right. This one is my favorite because it's got a lot more orange, a lot more purple, and then the greens. So this one's my favorite. But oh my gosh, is this not amazing? I love it. It's coming out true to color. It is so awesome sauce. I'm so excited. It's, I can't say it's super soft. It's I mean, it's not scratchy by any means, but it's not the softest merino that I've ever felt. But I am disappointed in the fact that there's no label, no colorway, no info on the fiber content. That is very disappointing. Very disappointing. This is the first time I think I've ever gotten yarn from some, no, I lie. There were a couple of skeins that I got, or hanks that I got from Shandy, but that was yarn that she donated either for me to do a review on or for me to put into giveaways. But she emailed me and she said, okay, this is the fiber content, or this is the one it is, and whatever. Okay, I get that. That was donated yarn. But, all right. Well, let's see if there's anything on here. No, it just says a sticker with Fearless Yarns, which is their business name. So, okay, that's kind of not a very happy thing, but is what it is. Now, what I think I've decided, okay, this video is getting long enough. What I think I've decided is once I build the third cabinet that's going to go over here, I think I'm going to move over Shandy's yarn to the very far, oh no, because that needs to be in shot. I love my Shandy yarn. Okay, but I think I'm going to keep these two because I'll be sitting in between that way. I think I'm going to keep these two empty so that as I get yarn like this, I can rearrange and fit it in somewhere. Because like right now, I'm going to have to rearrange all of this to fit all the yarns that I've recently gotten and will be getting to be able to fit. Because right now, I don't think I'd be able to fit them all in here. Anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize if it got a little bit longer than I planned. Please let me know what you thought of the fiber information. Again, I know some of it was a lot of it was technical, but I found it fascinating or interesting where it actually came from, originated from, and or how it's created. But let me know what you think. I will get into the wools, like I said, and then bear with me when I make little changes here and there, whether it's the thumbnails, titles, descriptions. or even possibly content a little bit. I mean, it's still going to be me. It's still going to be us. It's still going to be what you enjoy coming for. But I may just add a couple of different things. So I love you guys dearly. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. If you're new here and you're still here, if you would hit the subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it, as well as notification bell next to that. Make sure you hit it to all. And if you're willing to give it a thumbs up, thank you very much, as well as share it. That would be amazing. And yes, very welcomed. And I will see you guys on Friday with the next Getting to Know You episode. Love, hugs, and prayers to you. Extra hugs for... I keep saying that, so I must be wanting to give you guys extra hugs. So extra hugs to everybody all around, but extra prayers to anybody who needs it. Please let me know in the comment section below, or if you would prefer emailing me, let me know if you need extra prayers for any reason. Remember, for every season, there's a reason to crochet. Miley has been very good today, and she says hi and bye to her peeps. She will see you next Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern on our regular live, which she definitely made a presence yesterday, but yeah. So I love you guys dearly. Again, thank you all so very much for your support. Watching the video start to finish is very much appreciated, and you guys are amazing with the ads. Just thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys dearly. And I bought Christmas cards. In case you missed my live last night, I bought more Christmas cards. I think I have, between my personal family and friends and my YouTube family and friends, I think I have like 125 or 130 cards, YouTube being about 100 of them, that I need to send out this year. And I'm getting more glitter, yay, for some other cards that I bought that didn't have glitter. I never buy Christmas cards that don't have glitter, but I did, because they were just so freaking cute. But yes, it's coming to that season, so I gotta get my butt in gear and get them glittered and all glammed out so I can start getting them ready. But I'm very excited about that. And if you aren't on my mailing list yet, feel free to email me at natalies.closet@yahoo.com. The link is in the description box below. Let me know what your address is if you would like to receive a Christmas card. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you again so much for everything. And don't forget, Subscriber of the Week is all about the scape back here and what may or may not have changed or been added, taken away, added and taken away. Wink, wink. So anyway, see you guys on Friday. I love you guys. Bye.